I make tuna casserole. It don't taste like lobster. Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. Sometimes I do until I tell you it's okay to make I do. Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. Me and my man are still alive. Don't know reason why. Knock on wood, 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 knock on wood.
I don't have to look anymore now that I've seen you. I don't have to dream anymore now that you came true. I'm already yours. I don't have to look anymore now that I've seen you. I don't have to dream anymore now that you came true. I'm already yours. I'm already yours. I don't have to look anymore now that I've seen you. I don't have to dream anymore now that you came true. I'm already yours.
Guess who? Yep, Old Faithful. But of course, now I gotta check to make sure I can be heard, because otherwise, why bother? Yep, it's coming through. All right, there we go. So basically, all I'm going to do is draw some pictures. I might play a video or two in the interlude. Oh, yeah, I got this cartoon, I guess, that I drew earlier of Grillo and his cat and his co-host, the lot lizard. But she didn't actually appear on screen, but you could hear her. So I just did a reasonable facsimile thereof, a guesstimation, and put her in there. So I can color that later. Maybe, time permitting, I can color the ones I draw here. I'm not all that caught up on everything. I watched a little bit from Dirty Jersey Rat on BYB talking to Scampoli over the soap opera of Ice Dancer and Mersh and Will Scampoli, you know. So I guess I'll continue this series, as it were, of drawing Dabble characters as comic book superheroes, because, you know, what else am I going to do? So I think that'll work out. Thank you, Alexandria. I appreciate that. All right. I guess I'll get to it. As the sun slowly creeps up, it will blast this room with light, and I'll be even more pale than now. So probably we'll just switch on over to the drawing boards. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. And oh, look, it kept me here. Oh, wait, is that the do I? It is. Oh, wow. I didn't know it could do that. I thought I had. Oh, no. Wait, I do know it could. I set it up like that. I've already forgot. God, yeah, it's embarrassing. But what are you going to do? Okay, so I'm still here. Yeah, yeah. Well, I can always turn it off if it's blasting light and stuff. Yeah. But one thing I do have to do is go ahead and turn the light up anyway. See. Oh well. See, we don't even have to wait for the sun. Look at that. I'm all aglow and irradiated. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I don't know a whole lot about the Scampoli guy, other than apparently he claims his nickname is Mr. Big Dick. So, let's see. How do I do the scene? He did say that, he kind of owned up to quite a few things that that he fell under Ice Dancer's spell, and says probably a similar thing happened for Mersh, and so that's the deal, but apparently Ice Dancer was not really capable of actually loving him. No, she was all into the attraction, the sex, and all that, but not the love, you know. And so Mr. Scampoli was like, "Well, I need love in my life," and well, you can understand that. Uh, Although under these circumstances, yeah. So they quickly broke up. I mean, how long was this relationship? I guess. I mean, I guess the flirting behind the scenes had been going on a while, but to actually be together, So seems like her and Mersh were together a lot longer than that. So anyway, and then as I understand it, she went back to Mersh, and they took a cruise. So you try to reconcile and stuff, and sometimes you got to do things something special, try to get the old spark back. And oh, you had a little detour in the relationship and stuff, and so off they go. It's almost like an episode of Love Boat. It's like, well, we had troubles, but you know, and what was his name, Captain Stubing? He's like, well, how are you two doing? Well, we had another argument. Oh no, and he's got to give him some couples therapy and stuff like that, and then it's all laughs and lovey dovey by the end of the trip. So it did its job. So it was, as he's admitting to it, but seems like getting ahead of it before anyone. Hey, yeah, that was kind of a rotten thing you did there, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like, well, so it's all very strange, and primarily for Ice Dancer herself. I mean, some woman busts a move on a guy, well, unless she's really horrible appearance wise, she's got a good shot, so I guess probably should have seen this coming, but like he said, he was she's very good at this. He was under the spell and all that, but I guess by his estimation that Mersh is still under the spell, but ultimately that's their business, and that if it works out, more power to him. Yeah, I don't know. So this would be his. I don't know how the hell this is, like an Iron Man suit. I don't even know what the hell. I'm too busy trying to talk about this soap opera, and so I guess when I do again like the Marvel stuff, there's always lines and everything. I could just draw him like regular old fashioned superhero stuff, but I thought I would do it more inclined with you always got to have lines here on the sleeve, something like that. I don't know, maybe one here. Like there's always these stitchings. It's almost got like the elbow pads, like a professor's jacket. This might be a little, maybe give him a pectoral lift. There we go. So he does have he's got a fully bald head. So usually that means you're a villain. And considering he stole Ice Dancer for a moment, that's almost like a villain, And of course, I was under the impression, because I don't really know much about any of these people, that he and Merce were longtime friends and stuff, but it was more they just knew each other. Sounds like, and then I mean, sounds like Ice Dancer's the one that reached out to Scampoli and got the ball rolling here. I mean, yeah, maybe I misheard that, but anyway, so it just sounds like, hey, this is a rotten thing to do. It's this other guy's girlfriend and all that, but he says, well, I didn't really know him all that well, so well, never mind then. So here we go, Mr. Big Dick. That's his symbol, because he claims he's got an Italian hog. So there you go. I don't know. Just make something like the headphones. Maybe just take the ears out and then act like there is some kind of sort of sci-fi like goggles or something like that. I don't know. Well, whatever. And he's like, how did this happen? You got all horned up over some chick and then you banged her, and then so well now we're together and stuff. And she's like, well, I'm not really all that into you now. And so I guess that was it. So I guess since she goes back to Merce, it seems Scampoli may have had her body, for a moment. But Merce still has her heart, See? That's how that works. And thus concludes another episode of Days of Our Dabbles. I don't know, something like that. Like turds in the toilet bowl, so are the days of our dabbles. And there you go. Yeah, we'll just put these here. So I don't know who's the winner out of this. Well, like I said, this means she's going through things, emotional turmoil, and this time away made her appreciate just how much she really loved Mersh. Started to miss him, And this guy says, well, she had fun with him, but she's like, well, but he's not Mersh. There's only one Mersh. Maybe that's what happened, what a way to find out. But, sometimes I guess you got to cheat on somebody before you realize you truly love them, You thought, well, I don't know, getting a little bored here and the routine, and do I really want to spend the rest of my life? And then you run off with the first guy who, sends you pictures or whatever. And then you're like, well, I guess this wasn't a good idea after all, and that kind of thing. So maybe that's the deal. I don't know. So I don't know if he'd give him a cape, I guess. There we go. So anyway, so yeah, so they go off on the boat, and shit, I can't even remember the damn names of the characters. I know was Isaac the name of the bartender? So you go up there at the pool, and he's doing all the drinks, and you go, what's the problem? And then he's got to talk about his lady, and that kind of thing. And then he's got to give him some kind of sage advice. Meanwhile, there's the ship's doctor, and he's more than likely to hook up, or try to anyway. And that could be a threat. But ultimately, again, she understands. Mersh is the one for her. Yeah. And it's all fine. Even though she could have nailed a doctor and married him, Of course, he's a ship's doctor, so what the hell did he do to end up in that gig, So, yeah. She's Mersh's girl. That's just the way it is. Sometimes you got to go all around the world to find the front door to your life or something. Like, I was trying to make it sound profound and wise and stuff, but yeah. All right. Which one I guess I can go ahead and use this one. So I suppose he's got quite the armored suit. But alas, the armor could not protect him in the matters of the heart. And he's like, of course he still thinks about her, it's all very sudden. But this too will pass, And was there a lesson learned here? This will not happen again, will it? More than likely, yes. But, well, trying to think. Well, if you didn't learn anything, then what was this for? Well, he got laid, so I guess that's the thing. Say, well, at least that, it's something. But so now, I don't know. Maybe he'll invite Scarlett on the show, and then there you go. Maybe that can happen. So that could be the next chapter in the Scampoli romance. Because, he's kind of lost out there. He's been hurt, And even though he can, like, damn it, I should have known. And true. And then here comes Scarlett. So, he would still have an excuse after that. He says, look, I was so heartbroken and battered by the turmoil of my deep love and affection for ice dancer for our I don't know 5-minute romance, and so he was weak and vulnerable. So some porn star slides into your DMs, and well, what do you think's gonna happen? Poor guy. And so there you go. It's a possibility for when you think of this as a plot for an ongoing soap opera. I mean, something like that's got to happen. So, no, I don't see why not. It's a little bit of the cape here attaching at this, I don't know, chest plate or whatever the hell it is. Then these goggles with that looks like ridiculous eyebrows, but it's supposed to be some attachment to his super goggles. Something like that. All right. Okay. And there we have it. Mr. Big Dick. Geez, why does it look... All right, I don't need that there. There we go. Now I can see. Are you sure it wasn't Mr. Big Dickhead? It could be. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, well, yeah, I guess that, you could use it like this, that he manipulated this poor waif with his vast mental powers. But instead, it sounds like it was the other way around. But then again, it could still be Mr. Dickhead because he only thinks with his dick. And who am I to judge, Alexandria again, instead of an hourglass, it's a toilet that flushes. Yes. So at the end of the intro, like turds in the bowl, so are the dabbles of our days, are the days of our dabbles, something like that. And then on and off it goes. Alexander says, yes, Isaac was the bartender. So there we go. Yeah. I'm trying to think, was it Mad TV or did Saturday Night Live do a sketch where, the next Star Trek, the Next Generation ended up being like Love Boat. And then, Geordi, the blind pilot or engineer or whatever, ended up being Isaac the Bard, but he had his little goggles on there. Anyway, Alexandria again, Gopher was the loser guy. Oh, yeah. I always got, for whatever reason, I don't know why, they're two totally different. I guess it was they had the similar haircut, but I kept confusing him with Herb Tarlick from WKRP. But I guess it's just because they kind of had the same, haircut. But yeah, I do seem to recall the doctor who looks, all bit of, your classic aging nerd or whatever, but he was always busting a move, I think. And Doc was just banging women and passing out anti-nausea medicine. Yeah. She says, I'm feeling afraid and filled with hysterics over the sea, because it is dangerous out there. But, and he's like, well, I can relieve your stress. Alexandria, Julie was the cruise worker who just wanted a husband. Yeah. I think the actress ended up becoming an alcoholic and stuff. Had a rough time of it. Yeah. It is a nice drawing. I wasn't even really concentrating on it because I'm babbling on about all this stuff. But it turned out pretty good. So I guess, a lot of times things just have to accidentally happen to really work. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I've done these intending to do a big preparation for the stream, and all of them have been terrible. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. I have no idea why. I was on Levy's show earlier, And then all of a sudden, I didn't realize it till late into the show that the mic just wasn't going through. Everything said, even his guy side would say, well, it says his mic's on, because he could see it in the, and I was like, yeah, it is. I guess if I had, left the room and came back, not literally my room, but, then maybe that would have dealt with the problem. But or just click out, refresh, all that sort of, maybe it would have reconnected. I don't know, but a lot of that is just, it just keeps coming back to all of a sudden. It's not all the time. I've done it a couple of times recently, but OBS just doesn't work well with EV Mux now, and it did for a good long while. But in a lot of ways, it's unnecessary, I guess. I mean, my little fake studio background stuff works a bit better through OBS than it does here. If this had the visual, how shall I put it, textural perfection, yeah, perhaps like that, that Zoom has, then it would be excellent. But alas, it doesn't. You can stream from Zoom, but it doesn't have all the other bells and whistles and all that. But anyway, I mean, I may have to be giving up on EV Mux. But that's another story. But anyway, that's the thing. It's just all of a sudden like that. It was strange, but I guess that's what it was. It sort of just quit working and kicked me out. But normally it'll, and I think it did stop at once, like I was freezing up or something. And it's like everybody else kind of left, and it was this blank screen of EV Mux and stuff like that. And then it came back, but of course they didn't leave. I did. And yet I think that might've been the moment, and I didn't realize it, because I would try to interject this or that, commenting on Grillo and stuff. And people started talking over, and I says, oh, well, I'm not as funny as these guys anyway. All that type of stuff, only to later realize they couldn't hear me. So, and that's how it goes. It's not like they missed anything brilliant, I don't think. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Grillo, he got on about Joey C, and who am I to question? I don't know. But that he said, he came in, all he wanted to do was complain about the cupcake guy making fun of him. So he was upset about it. And he says, geez, you just got to move on and get over that. But then the rest of the show is Grillo being upset about Bob and Pat, So, but anyway, the mic went out. So my brilliant observation was lost for all eternity. Yes, it was. All right. So anyway, there it is. Mr. Big Dick. So, let's see. So he's like, why did it happen? What do I do now? And all that type of stuff, Although he seemed to be taking it well, at least on the show. I guess he recovered, and he'll always remember his time, but then it'll all work out in the long run. Husey, add a large bag and sausage. Well, yeah, he was upset at them for no reason. I know. I like how Bob and Pat are turning Grillo into new Stuttering John, very original. I don't think they're going to be able to do that, because Grillo just isn't that disgusting. I mean, it's funny because when he was on Kevin's show, Kevin was becoming visibly irritated that he wasn't all that upset. I guess it's getting to him now. I don't know. But that's about all there is. There is the fascination of how many ways can you come up with foolishness or elements of stupidity and whatnot. But in the end, he's just some guy, you know. Let's see. All right. So, Ice Dancer. So, here we'll have, she's returned to the true owner of her heart, Mersh, which, I don't know what kind of outfit to do, but this is how it goes. We just go, I draw as I go, or as I draw. So she'll be here. And I guess because her name is Ice Dancer, we'll get, oh yeah, damn it, I didn't think of that. So I guess the ice skates would be like here. Something like that. And of course, comic book superhero. So I guess she would be able to just create her own ice wherever she goes. So she can skate. But it's never thin. Yeah. All right. So, got to come up with some kind of outfit for Mersh. So he's, I don't know if he just say, well, yeah, the best man won, didn't he? Or something like that. I don't know. But that's really the only way to put it is you still had her heart. See? Isn't that a nice way to craft the narrative, you know? I mean, who am I to say? So there we go. So it's like a what do you call it? I don't know, the ice skating suits. So maybe little designs like that. And kind of goes down to our hands. A little frilly. Well, I guess we can make it like a hip boot that connects to the lower boots at the end for the ice skates. And there you go. And then it's all it's not you, it's me, or something like that, you know. And I did see the picture where she was wearing these goofy, like, clown glasses. So I'm just going to go with that. I sincerely doubt that's something she wears all the time, but it's all I know to do. All right. So there we go. And I guess go ahead and do that. A little glove there. Oh yeah, crap. I don't know. How tall is Mersh? Maybe I did that wrong. Probably. I don't know. Oh God, the struggle. Oh jeez. All right. So there we go. See, it's as simple as that. You too can be taller by simply being drawn that way. And so I mean, I don't know. You think they'll all get together and have a big long laugh about all this? No, I guess not. So here we'll just give it like Mersh has some sort of super goggles or whatever. And something like that. Oh yeah, it's cat. I guess I could, or cats, I should say. So some of his sidekicks on his superhero adventures would be his army of cats that join him on these adventures. Man, I'm really not all that inspired here. Well, you can have an M symbol. So something like that goes over here. Give him a little collar there. Some glove. Crap. Damn it. Maybe not that at all. Let's see here. Could just put like a little circle that serves no real purpose, but would probably glow or some crap like that. Yeah. The belt. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. All right. All right. Oops. There we are. Hey, Doug, did you watch Stealth Chaos live? Nope. Sorry. Hughley. Doug, do you think the Spawn remake with Jamie Foxx will actually happen? I don't know. I know there's been things percolating about it. I didn't know that he was in the running to do. I thought they would go for someone younger at this point, but the whole superhero thing, I think, has burned itself out, and there might different venues might be rethinking it. But then again, they might think, but we'll be the one that gets it back on track, and you get a Spawn movie. I don't remember how the other one did it. It made its little splash, and then there was HBO had the cartoon, and then I think they did 2 seasons of that, and then that was it. And it was back to the X-Men and Spider-Man and Batman. Yeah. But after that Supergirl before, of course, the Spider-Man movie, that one, I don't know, it might have a potential to actually crack $1 billion. So yeah, it's all back. Everybody shut up. It's good. That kind of thing. But man, after that massive poop in the bed that Supergirl movie did, you really got to think about this, especially when very cheap horror movies ruled the roost. Your crappy Spielberg movie couldn't do it. Your Star Wars movie couldn't do it. But a little horror movie that cost next to nothing to make about some guy who makes a wish about wanting a girl to like him, and it becomes a horrific nightmare. It was a pretty good movie, actually. And then the weird backrooms thing, which was just, weird and disturbing and all that. Now, narratively speaking, I think Obsession's probably the better of the two. But, I don't know. Sometimes that creepy weirdness can go a long way. But anyway, they just can't throw money after something like that all the time. And they'll chase it because for a while it was, they keep dreaming that there's always going to be some property that all you got to do is put the brand name on it and the dullards will show up. And for a time, yeah. It's like the Disney Star Wars stuff. That Force Awakens movie was massive because everyone thought this meant Star Wars was back, and so they went, but then they saw it. And the declining returns began. So it's never going to be like that. You're never going to have, you have to actually have something that really touches the chord on all levels. And once it fails massively, you get a stench on it to where it's like, yeah, you're not fooling me again. And nobody shows up. Even if you have a couple of them that, it wasn't that bad. It's, you put yourself in the position to where it's not an uphill battle. The hill is the size of Mount Everest at that point. And you have to constantly hit grand slams, not home runs. And odds are this will not happen. But, that's what happens when you get fat and lazy, So I don't know. Yeah, Spawn, yeah. I mean, it's surprising they didn't try it sooner. There was a couple of other properties that were tried, and none of them really worked. Trying to jump on this, everybody was like, "Oh well, we got to have our own Marvel universe," and then tried to make a Marvel universe out of the Mummy and Frankenstein and stuff. And that didn't happen. So anyway, just chasing after that because they think they'll make money, and But the thing is, when they're that expensive to make and the cost increases, you're burning through it before you can even get it out there to make back that money, and it becomes impossible to do so. Right now, Marvel's trying to recapture its glory days, and there's no way, I don't think, that Avengers movie they're about to do can make their money back. But that's no longer the goal. They just want to maintain the habit and restart it and get people to look forward to the Marvel brand, so that what follows it is what's supposed to start making the money again. So it's quite the gamble. It most certainly is a Hail Mary pass for what they're doing, and more than likely will not work. All right. Give her a big hairy twat. Well, is this accurate? Good Lord. Well, I cover it up with panties, A. Thompson says, hi, Doug, Stealth Chaos Live will be the #1 show in the DV in 3 months. Get ready. Well, you heard it here first. Yeah. Husey Entertainment, A. Thompson. Stealth's personality is amazing. As long as he doesn't resort to just sitting around watching clips like everyone else, he's going to do great. Well, there you have it. There's a bit of advice from Husey. Don Jr. says, hey now. Alexandra says, his utility belt holds catnip. More than likely. That's a good point. It probably, it reminds me. I got to put the cat in there. So, well, all right, maybe 2 cats. So here's one cat just sitting here looking at all this, and it's like, my God, how long does this crap have to go on? All I need is my kitty cat treats, my occasional petting, and someone to clean out my shit box. That's all I ask. Other than that, it's like, good Lord, can you just not have these weird relationships and stuff? I mean, get your shit together. So that's what the cats think. Here, we'll give him a little cape, because he's Merce's super kitty. Something like that. But yeah, that's all a cat needs. There's his tail. So there's one cat. I guess there'd be another one. Maybe over here. He says, don't mind me. I'm back here. I really don't want to be involved. Something like that. And his ears. But this cat, too, is like, I don't know. I just feel so depressed about this whole thing. Oh, I guess he's got to have a cape, too. I don't know. There's only so many options. I mean, there's really only one option for your superpowered cat, and that's just a cape. Yeah. And there's the tail. All right. Whoops. Everybody's saying hi. Husey says, Bond is the most 90s film ever made. Problem is, it has dated amazingly badly. Cool concept, though. Yeah, I've only seen it once. I did watch the cartoon series, but even that, only once. And then I guess that's what everyone else did, just kind of lost interest in it. But yeah, it is quite, and I think that's one of the first times they just totally did his cape digitally because he's supposed to be able to make it move and stuff anyway, along with all the chains and stuff. So I guess they just said, all right, he's not actually going to wear the cape on set. We'll add that in later. There's a lot of that going along, like certainly the Henry Cavill Superman, a lot of his scenes, he didn't wear that cape. They added it in later so that it could flow around and stuff. And I don't know. I guess they wanted to do that. Seems like it would be cheaper to just have him wear a cape, but the whole thing is to look cool and spectacular and stuff. So I take the point. I think that's probably the first time that was done. I don't know. I don't know if they did any of that in the Batman. But I'm sure they did in some of it where the Batman is, I don't know, swinging around and that kind of crap. And it's not really him. It's just some CGI digital image flapping about the roofs of Gotham and all that. So anyway, there we go. He's Scampoli's like, I don't understand. Where did it all go wrong? You may have caught my interest for a bit, Mr. Big Dick, but my heart belongs to Mr. Mersh. Dun dun dun. Or Mersh Man. Maybe it's Mersh Man. And he's like, don't you forget it. Yeah. All right. There we go. maybe put little details here and there, like there's some sort of technological thing going on. I don't know. And then, of course, the catnip, you know. Otherwise, the cats will abandon him too. You know, he's got to keep him around for something. And they're like, yeah, all right. But you know, he probably has their loyalty by now because again, he feeds them, gives them treats, and most importantly, cleans their shit box. Super boobs. Well, you know, they're okay. Husey Entertainment Cinema is going back to the 90s, lower budget original films that make a lot of profit, and I couldn't be happier. Still want to see Dune 3, though. Yeah, they have to do that. They have to go back. And basically, horror is the one genre that's managed to survive this weird, bizarre, stupid era. You know, that really gutted the industry. So, but yeah, that's what you do. And you can make them very cheaply and still be really good. Some of them might even be great, even. And you pull that off, and basically, you know, your horror movie, a lot of times all it requires is, hey, can you have some house for a weekend? And there you can shoot the movie there. Yeah. Yeah. Whether it's a haunted house or a slasher movie or some crap like that. Doesn't matter. As long as you got the good angle and you got some clever writer and whatnot, it'll work. And it may even get close to $1 billion. Well, maybe not $1 billion, but you know, a lot of money. Stealth Chaos live. Why is Husey more supportive of Doug than Pat is? That's a good question. God damn it. I'm gonna learn Pat a lesson. Yeah. Husey Entertainment, because he sold me nose beer in Vegas. Oh, well. Oh, that Husey. Well, we don't talk about that. Stealth Chaos Entertainment, I hope you are scouting ships for your cruisie. You mean Husey's going on a cruise? Does Husey have to do a reconciliation trip like Merch and Ice Dancer? Yeah. You get on the Love Boat. Something. I forget. Husey Entertainment, you can get Oasis to play live. They are not doing super good ATM. Oh, at the moment. I thought, you know. Oh, so yeah, that's pretty bad. So the brothers had to bury the hatchet, and what are we gonna do separately, you know? And they got out there and sing those songs that everybody heard a million times until they didn't. You know, Alexander Katz would have held Supergirl down and groomed her. Oh yeah, that hair was a mess. Stealth Chaos Miliak Alcock is the mott English looking Australian I have ever seen. You mean most English looking? I don't have to take your word for it. Scampoli needs to not be a thing anymore. Well, he is for the moment, but it's like the aftermath of the breakup. After that, I don't know. He's going to have to, well, pull some kind of stunt. Anyway, Alexandra, if she was passing for a trailer park trash, well, she literally flew around in space in a trailer. So, yeah. Stealth Chaos Alexandra. I actually think she looks pretty upper class, posh school type. Yeah, she's not really that ugly, you know, but they presented her that way. They made her a snotty bitch and all that stuff. It's not the movie's failure is not really her fault at all in a lot of ways. I don't think she went full Rachel Zegler because Rachel Zegler was a true believer in her crap and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's too bad. But you know, she's the face of the movie. So Stealth Chaos, rich English people often resemble horses. Wow. Well, I mean, there was a lot of equestrian training in upper classes, so I guess so. Alexander, In what? The School of Hard Knocks? It's a hard knock life for some, says Stealth Chaos. Alexandria, even little orphan Annie knew what a brush was for. And she knew it, but she really couldn't use it all that much because, those curls are pretty serious. And they weren't going anywhere. Stealth Chaos, Hughesy's Cruisies. So that Hughesy's going to sponsor a cruise line trip. Everybody show up. It'll be the Hughes Cruisy. And Stealth Chaos groomed her. That's dark. Well, it's a cat. So, Stealth Chaos Supergirl Millie was just trying to toe the party line. Yes. All that crap's prepared for her to say. Girls kick ass. All that stuff. She don't need no man and whatever. And then, of course, the inevitable gay reporters is, hey, what's it like to be a queer icon? It's wonderful and stuff. None of that's in the movie, but, she just doesn't know how to navigate all that stuff. And, the main thing you do, your obligation to a movie you've been in, is basically, hey, everybody, we did this Supergirl movie. It's a sci-fi spectacular. Everybody worked really hard on it. Please come and see it, and I really hope you enjoy it. Thanks. That's all you got to do. All this other stuff, and, your Supergirl movie's going to change the world, and all that stuff. I never thought girls could be strong. Wow. So anyway. Oh, sorry, I've got to go, everybody. All right, Alexandria, have a good day. There goes Alexandria. So anyway, there's our super triangle. And cats included, although sold separately for the action figures, and Mr. Big Dick. So there we go. We had new characters to add to our Dabble people depicted as comic book superheroes. It's just the bee's knees. All right, I'll take a short break. We'll move to the Photoshop section of the art tour. Yeah. Art tour. It's like auteur. Wow. That's cool. By the way, the program is brought to you by Super Tip. Yes, Super Tip, that wonderful means by which you can show your affection for these poor, pathetic streamers like me. And you can head over there and send a message, an image, a text message if you prefer, and of course, those adorable voice tips. Oh boy, imagine the shenanigans. In the meantime, you can also check out this link in the chat. That'll take you to the Doodleverse comic number 2. Oh boy, when you head over there, you can check out, my art yet again. Why isn't it showing it? Oh, that's right. I don't have the thing in this layer. Oh God, this is embarrassing. Oh dear God. Oh no. I know it's here. There it is. There we go. No, you show up. And then it's not going to transition over? Oh wait, I guess it's got to be over here. Now, there it is. Oh, thank God. Jeez, I was about to go nuts. Anyway, here it is, Doodleverse Comics. You can find it over the link there. 40 pages of Doug Nelson art with some of your favorite Dabbleverse characters, well depicted in cartoon form. And oh, look, you can preview the preview pages. Look, it's Stuttering John. And there's the toe, inviting you in. And then quite a few Chad comic strips, and then Karmic as Kratom X MD, imagining Karmic as a doctor, trying to treat Mr. Kill Everything. It doesn't work out. The Stonies guy, more of Chad and his tragic romance with his imaginary girlfriend, and then Melton teasing him with the laser pointer. And then, of course, at the end, there's going to be this gallery of all my doodles. And these are all people I've actually met in person. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened to her, though. That's another one that, it's too bad. Yeah, I don't know what these guys, that was I don't know if that turned out. She was spectacular, and this girl, I think she's doing all right now, but she was really sick that night, But anyway, there you go. That's Doodleverse Comics number 2. So enjoy. All you got to do, click on the link, purchase your copy, and then you will have your very own Doodleverse comic in your hands. All you got to do is order it, and then it'll come to a mailbox near you. Oh, yeah. What did I do? Oh, yeah, one of my Nailsin ratings videos. You could take a look at that. Won't that be fun? I think so. Our track? Well, one hopes someone, actually does. Anyway, the Paramount WBD deal is set to close in July. And despite all the noise about delays or attempts to stop the merger, Hollywood insiders say the drama is all performative. One of the topics that came up in the conversation was Star Trek. It is no secret the franchise has been a shadow of its former self under Alex Kurtzman. Like Marvel, Star Wars, Doctor Who, and plenty of other franchises, Star Trek has been loaded with the same divisive material that sent longtime fans packing. Put it this way, a majority of Star Trek fans have beamed out. With Paramount buying Warner Brothers Discovery, the expectation is that Mike DeLuca should carry over. DeLuca is the co-head of WB Films and was responsible for Warner Brothers' hugely successful 2025 slate, which included Minecraft, Sinners, Weapons, and more. Previously been told, DeLuca is a huge fan of geek properties. He's a big comic book fan, got the Blade movies off the ground, and even helped launch the career of Dark Knight trilogy writer David S. Goyer, who created the Blade movies. Well, Matt McGloin's insiders have told him David Ellison is also a huge fan. Ellison loves movies, understands tentpole films, is filmmaker friendly, and pushes personal projects. They add he has a lot in common with Mike DeLuca. They'll work well together, revitalizing Star Trek. That is where Star Trek gets interesting. For years, the franchise has been treated less like Star Trek and more like another platform for the same Hollywood messaging that already damaged Marvel, Star Wars, Doctor Who, and more. The result speaks for itself. The old audience left. The new audience never replaced it because it doesn't exist. And one of the biggest sci-fi brands in history has been reduced to niche streaming noise. If Ellison and DeLuca really are aligned on big filmmaker-driven tentpole entertainment, then Star Trek may finally have a shot at being treated like a major franchise again, instead of another broken legacy brand. Make it so. Yes, make it so. Well, that's not all. Under Ellison, Paramount's larger vision is said to be experiences. Live events for communal experiences, authentic auteur voices in film and TV, strategic AI to evolve storytelling, and global partnerships. Paramount is already killing it with live events. I'm also told Ellison and DeLuca will be balancing creatives' careers like Tom Cruise doing his tentpoles and personal projects like Digger, which they hear is good. That matters because it points to a different approach than what has been killing these brands. it is not just about pumping out content. It's about making movies and shows feel like events again. So, assuming everything goes according to plan, Mike DeLuca will be at Paramount WBD once the merger happens, and he will be involved with properties including Star Trek and more. After years of the franchise drifting, that could be the first real chance to get Star Trek back on course. The fans didn't leave because they stopped caring. They left because Hollywood stopped giving them a reason to stay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what happened. So, Star Trek of all of them has the best chance of coming back. The rest of them, their lore is so badly damaged that it's pretty tough. But yeah, they're already underway making a movie, but a regular TV series is where Star Trek belongs. So hopefully something of that nature can occur. Now, with a merger like this, where you have the Warner Brothers brand, typically it would be like DeLuca would stay overseeing that. But since they are joined, they could have him work on Paramount properties as well. And that's just whatever film. So he's juggling two different studios at that point, I don't know how they will do it, but usually that's how that works. But I don't know. Maybe, he's, like they said, he had a list of successful movies in 2025. So he's earned a rep for success. So they probably will approach him. But it sounds more akin to the movies, the whole deal about live experiences and all that, and stretching the brand in other venues and whatnot. Fine. But I want a good Star Trek show. So, best of luck to him. Hopefully something works out after the terrible drought that was the Kurtzman years. Wasn't supposed to do that, but it did. All right. So anyway, that's that Star Trek deal. I don't know. See what happens there. But I wouldn't get one's hopes up too high. Let's see. Does it have the... Just good. It should be in here somewhere. Damn it. God damn it. Oh, what's this one? No, that's just that one. Well, crap. Oh, well. We can always come back to it. Oh, wrong one. Okay. If need be, I'm going to turn that one off. That'll work. And now I'll just go back to this one. Okay. Don't want it there. I want it here. There we are. Ta-da! There, now we're in Photoshop. Stealth Chaos says, "That's awesome, Doug." You mean the Star Trek thing? Well, we'll have to wait and see, of course. But the merger is underway. They will have that guy, and more likely they'll keep him in his place at Warner Brothers. But like I said, usually they kind of keep the entities more or less separate. But if they want his expertise to handle producing Star Trek and whatnot, and especially in the film area, he's had quite a few successes of late. The Warner Brothers successes is under his guidance. As for James Gunn and his DC stuff, I think that's over. Now, the thought or the thinking is that DeLuca would basically step back in over there. He was briefly in charge of it, but I guess when Zaslav came in, he wanted someone to be like Feige was for Marvel, and he thought James Gunn would be the guy because he had been a part of that. And hey, let's go for broke. And well, they went broke again. But hey, they tried. Yeah, they tried. But it's all you can do. Okay. What color scheme should it be? Let's see, maybe something like that. Or maybe it shouldn't. Maybe that should be. Yeah. I'm going to use yellow for this crap. And of course, this. I suppose it could just be the hands here. Be like gloves. All that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh yeah. Put that in there. Dun, 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 dun. There. Oops, 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 oops. Oh, wait. See? It's almost like with all the frustrations of a video game, but none of the entertainment. That's how that works. There. Oh, God. I don't know what I would have done if it had gone wrong again. All right. Well, I wouldn't have done anything, but... No, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to do. Crap. I can't just have yellow all over the place. Damn it. All right, well, let's try this. Maybe the gloves go that way? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to need another line here. Or not. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Yeah. All right. And this, and this. That too. And then a spot of yellow. A little bit of yellow right at the spot of the knee, heading into the shin there. That ought to work very nicely. All right, so then the outer part of the cape, has this dark blue or navy blue, whatever the hell it is. And that'll work there for his super suit. There we go. Nope. There we go. Oh yeah, the rest of this too will be red. Damn it! All right. Now, none of these little details serve any real useful purpose. I don't know if it's like, oh, you hit this and some laser beam comes out or some crap like that. Probably not. It's just when they were starting out with the Marvel movies, they're like, look, we can't just put them in tights. Well, it's going to be tight fitting. Yeah. But it's got to have all these seams and stuff. That'll make it more serious. And, well, I guess it worked for a time. I don't know. And then everybody had to have that. That's how you do a super suit. Okay. So the interior of the cape would be more yellow, but we'll give it a darker hue. Oh, damn. Oh. You understand this is painful. Huh? It is. All right, here we go. Every little spot. We don't want to see any of that. No, we don't. Okay. Get my little keyboard here. And you have. All right. Some amount of detail. Yes. Ah, yes. It's all coming together. Yes. Guess this part wants it too. Let's see. There you go. See, good enough. Bit of a shade there. All right. Oh, crap. We're gonna do some amount of shading here. Yeah. And then the boots and all that. And this, that, and the other. Now, fortunately, this is only this one little shot. The idea that you make a character look with all this complicated crap in it, and then every panel he's in, you got to redraw all that. It's like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Well, that's just it. You weren't. You're just thinking in the moment and thought, this will be cool. Yeah. And no, it's not. All right. All right. Oops. In the wrong panel there. Probably use some of this color here for the goggles. So there you go. It's like this amber, orange hue. And this is supposed to protect his identity. That way you don't know. Hey, that's Scampo. No, it isn't. It's Mr. Big Dick. So I think that'll do it for this one. Just a few little details. That's all. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Yes. Yes, there. There. That's better. So much better. Yes. All right. See, it almost looks like a real comic book guy, something. So anyway, here's the lady of the hour, ice dancer. So got to make it all ice themed and stuff, you know. So the gloves will be white. Her little collar here would be white, and then we'll give her like this blue thing here, and oh, jeez, oh God, there we go. There we go. Yes, yes. That's better. And let's see. I think that's all for the. Oh, nope. That'll work. Oh, wait. I didn't really plan on it. Well, maybe. Yeah. Well, okay. How about like this? Yeah. You should have drawn it originally, but you didn't. Now look what you've done. Well, I guess that'll work anyway. I don't know. The frilly thing can just stay as is. Whoops. I don't need that. And here's the boots. Okay. I'll clean all this up. All this. Now, what to do with the boots? I don't know. Seems like they would just stay white, you know? And we got her skates. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. All right. Whoops. I thought they would trick me. They're wrong. I caught that one. Yeah. You gotta get up pretty early in the morning to fool. Oh, well, it is kind of early in the morning, so there. Black out all that. And here I'll try to anticipate where the flesh color will go so it doesn't mess up the hair here. And then bloop. There we go. Bloop. And then bloop. Yeah, see? Now it's perfect. So she's got to be this ice dancer character. So we'll give her blue lipstick. I don't know that she does blue lipstick, but she, well, she's her character. Crap, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I can't remember. So, there we are. And this one. Geez. Oh. All right. Oh, no. Of course, the simple solution is to zoom in. Oh, the laziness, It's a terrible disease. Hi, my name is Doug, and I have laziness. Hi, Doug. Well, it all started when my dad would wake me up early in the morning to go feed the cows. And I didn't want to, but my dad was big and scary, so I did it. All right, let's see here. There's Marsh. Yeah, I guess that's it. Um, but what color? Wait a minute. I think I meant. Yeah. Anyway, hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, let's see here. Maybe that. Something like that. The paints. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Well, we'll just have to go in and fix that shizness. It's one thing I can't tolerate. Is all the shizness. It's just not nice to have around. All right. Now, guess it's kind of like the opposite scheme of what's his name? Scampoli. I guess that would be. I don't know. Now I gotta do this again. Looks like it. Yeah, there we go. Huh. Get rid of that. Oh. Well, doesn't matter. We can fix it. Oh yeah. Still need that attached. Just make it all red and navy blue. The only other option would be yellow. Yeah, I guess I still could, though. I could, let's see here. Some sort of like shadow of the interior of his belt. It's got some sort of techno crap in it. And then his stash of catnip to keep the kitty cats loyal. And that's pretty much it. I guess add an extra layer. And then no, that's too much. Something like that. There you go. See? It's like it all makes sense now. Yes. Well, this is going to take some doing. Ooh, damn it. Wrong layer. Well, crap. I really don't know what to do here. Well, there we go. Okay, so I'll put this here, 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 this, that, the other. Damn it. Okay. All right. There you have that. Probably will want to do something of this. Oops. Some more detail here. Well, that's way too much. All right. Gotta back up. Yeah. All right. Do it like that. And then this. See? It was all worth it. All right. As for the skates, I don't know. Do it like that. Probably, I don't know. Damn, it went through. It's not connected. All right. So, see, they get on the cruise, and then she uses her ice powers to freeze the pool, and then she can skate on that. Yeah. And he probably gets a kick out of that. Yeah. As for the kitty, I get whoop 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 yip 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 yip. Crap. I don't remember what the cats look like in particular. But I will just go with this. Oh, God. Dude, I thought I. Oh, his other paw. Oh, geez. Oh. Bamboozled by a cat. Okay. All right. So anyway, there's one kitty. We'll give him his red cape. Oh, damn it. There's not a line there, so I'm going to have to... No, not pink. No, not gray. There you go. This ought to do it. There. See, it's all kinds of wonderful now. So, oh, geez. Oh, man, that really pisses me off. There we go. Yay. Good kitty. good kitty. So I guess give his collar the collar there. And then for the other kitty cat, we'll do the opposite. So there we go. We're going to cover all this stuff up. I am not about to fall for that crap again. No way, no how. Yeah, you thought you could fool me. Well, you were wrong. And now, just make Kitty gray. And there. Oh, oh, oh. And that. This. Ah, yes. Oh, oh, jeez. Yeah, now who's boss? All right. So then probably should have that there. I don't know. So basically, we borrow the color of Merce's pants to give the kitty cat cape. Oh, oh, God. A blue color. Yes, yes. And then the color. See, it's the opposite. Boy, that's brilliant. I know. Thank you. All right, so now kind of lighten his paws. You know, it's usually something like that going on. Yeah. And then probably the tail too. And there you go, his belly is lighter. And then probably the little mouth area here. Probably in the ears. Yeah. There you go, kitty. That's a good kitty. Now, same thing here. Yeah. Do 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 doodle doodle doodle. All right. It's possible she went back to Mersh because she really missed the kitty cats, you know? I mean, they're cute, cuddly animals. So there we have it. A cartoon depiction of a well, not a love triangle. Well, a soap opera element of one. Something like that. Anyway, there we go. Yep. Yep. Oh, I forgot all about well, this shouldn't take too long. Let's see. I didn't really do any superhero thing here. So that'll be fine. There is one possibility here. So, there we go. Okay. There we are. All right. It's coming along little by little. All right. There we go. Now it's complete. And then, of course, don't really know what Lot Lizard looks like in actuality. They were talking about Courtney Love at the time I was drawing her, so that might have had some influence. And there we go. Got her ears. We got all this in. And then the other arm. And somewhat here. All right. All right. Whoops. Don't really want it like that. There we go. Damn it. This is what happens when the hand starts to go numb. Can't really control where the damn mouse goes. All right, well. It'll just be sloppy for Lot Lizard. I mean, she's just going to own the name, you know? So, you got to give her that. Okay. I wonder, no, probably not. All right. So, we'll just do this for the lips. And that's probably it, you know, not a whole lot. Oh, wait, they, probably, let's see, for the glasses. Something like that. It's almost, kind of, sort of, like doing watercolor, but in Photoshop. And, well, the cat, well, he's probably all right, but we'll go ahead and give him some little detailing here. There goes Kitty. Now the kitty, he made a brief appearance on Grillo's show, and he was not interested. So you got to admire that. That cat stood his ground. Oh, it makes me so mad. Here we go. Thought you could just fool me. I mean, you just did, but all right. I don't even remember what his shirt looked like. I think it was perhaps a dark gray. Oh, wait, I'm doing this all wrong, too. Get here. Perhaps that'll attach. Yeah. All right. Still gotta get rid of all this. Can't have his makeup staining his shirt. All right. Okay, so the hat I think was orange, something like that, and then this had a blue hue, and probably something like this. Yeah, good enough. Damn it. That'll do. Oh, wait. And I'm assuming Grillo has brown eyes. I do not know this. Apologies for getting it wrong. But I am but mortal. Here we go. All right, there you have it. That's pretty much the Grillo crew. Yeah. Oh, wait, I gotta fix. His goatee was all gray. So, just sort of do this, some of this. Here we go. Dum 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 dum. There we are. Dun. Yay! Then put a little background there. That's I guess the interior of an RV, something like that. But there you have it. Now I got to think up Grillo's, superhero persona for later. But there you have Scampoli, Mr. Big Dick, Mersh, and Ice Dancer, and the Mersh Cats. Yeah. I guess everything works out in the end. Well, there you have it. Isn't that great? Isn't it the most wonderful thing you've ever seen? Yes. But, well, it's, something. That's awesome, Doug. The comic book. Oh, yeah, thank you. Stealth Chaos Live. Have you thought about creating merch designs for any / all of these DB losers? Haven't thought about it, but merch designs. I suppose I could. Stealth Chaos Live. The front of outfit is a bit phallic. Mr. Big Dick, yeah, that's on purpose. I mean, the name's Mr. Big Dick, so what are you gonna do? A. Thompson says stealth. A. Thompson, the number one DB show is stealth. A. Thompson says, Doug, can you draw stealth? I think I did once, a long time ago. But yeah, I guess I can draw stealth as one of these characters too. A. Thompson, stealth, go live after this. Stealth says, I have to sleep. That's a good point. It does happen. And I got to sleep too. Stealth Chaos at Stealth Chaos. Maybe do a proper chatty one on the 4th. There you have it. A. Thompson, maybe do a proper. Oh, it says it again. John the Beagle Dad. Hello, guys. John the Beagle Dad. I wonder if he works in layers. I do. Well, sometimes. I mean, I think I only did a little bit for the superhero ones, but for Grillo here, a good bit of that was, yeah, just layers. Anyway, Guru One says ban A Thompson. We got a problem. Well, that's it for you, A Thompson. Yeah. Anyway, oh man, I'm almost gonna make 2 hours. Ah, lovely tea. I wonder if it says anything on my monetization for YouTube. No, it went down again. Okay. Jeez. So this probably did nothing. So anyway, there you go. No super tips. Oh, why do I even try? Let me see. Man, that's it. I really don't have anything else. I'm trying to think if I. No, I think I already did the one. I did. Did I? I'll have to look. I'm trying to remember if the stupid thing would pop up. Come on. There. No, I don't need 100 of them. Ratings. Damn it. I need that to be right there, and it's not. So then I have to go and look. This is the problem. It should be here. There it is. Yeah. Any day now. Go to Photoshop. Ta-da! There it is. I can't remember. Did I do this live? Anyway, there's Melton and Moody as I don't know, but they're in their superhero outfits. So there you go. See, although this one's a bit more of classic superherodom. Didn't really give them all the weird seams and technical crap. Yeah, there really isn't much else. So I guess that'll have to do it for this iteration. Guru One, Moody's out of biz with the new Dabble tips. Dabble tips? Good Lord. So another one. Yeah, I think I've already played this one. God, can I sit here and just babble for 7 minutes? Damn it. Well, let me see. I guess I could put all these in here. I can do a comparison. Oh, wait. What the hell? Why are there two? Huh. I don't understand that. Oh, well, I'll pop some of these up. We'll do a review. Yeah. Damn it. There you go. Bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. So this is the one back when they were saying Ricada, or she was trying to talk to Ricada and all that. Well, that went nowhere, but nevertheless did get the image of her ginormous glasses. And then, of course, Werewolf of Sicily flirting with the transverse woman. And then, of course, Deb. And they got mad at him about it or something. Anyway, and then here's Chrissy and Brittany. But I have two images. I don't know why. I think they're exactly the same. Why do I have two? Who the hell knows? Yeah. So there's those. And then, of course, Karmic, you know, and Fuddle. So Karmic, of course, is armed with his Huntrosaurus hand. Makes sense. Yeah. And then Fuddle with their ball and chain and whip. Yeah. Appropriate weapons. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. So there you go with that one. Kiki and Gino. And I did include the toe ring. See? Yeah. Got to be accurate about these things. It's vitally important. So, I think that's it. So now I got to think up some other people. I don't know what kind of superhero or villain that Kevin Brennan would be. Oh, wait. Yeah, here's Chad. Of course, with his selfie stick. And if he could fly around like Superman, you know he would. So he'd be flying around up there. Hey, what's up? You know, and doing his stream. All that sort of stuff. Along with his bottle of Tito's. It would work. So I don't know what kind of background I give. I guess it needs to have like a landscape underneath. Yeah. And the clouds and everything. Werewolf, Dancer, and then Grillo. Yeah. Looking kind of lost, you know. But, you know, if he wants to stream and talk about, well, Stern and stuff, but just any other thing that pops around, that's his business. And he can do it. Because this is still America. I think. Well, I mean, enjoy it while it lasts, you know. Ice D eyes are way wonkier. Really? Good Lord. Karmic looks more like Shmuel there. Really? Chad looks like Shmuel too. Yeah, it's hard to do Chad without his hat on. Just can't quite get it. I don't know why. Guru Dob Shelv Liga. Huh. Well, I'll never decipher that one. But that'll do it. I think that, God Lord, this thing is still going. Oh, well. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I can't believe I'm already this tired. But I guess I am. Oh, wait. This is Thursday. So I can do another one tonight. Oh, wait. I meant to do, if I don't know if Pat can do it, though. Wanted to do a live stream talking about the horror at 37,000 feet. Yeah, that would be fun. If I can get that one set up, that would be cool. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess I'll draw something else. But now I can't even think, you know? So I don't know. I don't want to play that. So that's it. If I could just sit here and keep saying, so that's it for the next 80, I mean 60. No, now 40, no, 30 minutes seconds should be able to last long enough for it to hit 2 hours until the end of the show. It's a mere 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yay. Yay, I did 2 hours. I'm just so great and clever. All right, so there you go. Have a good rest of your day. I'm going to go off and be unconscious, and will arise, at least that's the plan, later and we'll probably stream again, because what else am I going to do?
I don't have to look anymore. Now that I've seen you, I don't have to dream anymore. Now that you came true, I'm already yours. I don't have to look anymore. Now that I've seen you, I don't have to dream anymore. Now that you came true, I'm already yours. I don't have to look anymore. Now that I've seen you, I don't have to dream anymore. Now that you came true, I'm already yours.
Screw Amex. Lockdowns, am I right? Daddy's always right.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Ah.